Haven't had dreams in a long time.
No?
The Mindbuzz Podcast.
This is MB68 on the Mindbuzz Podcast with a very special guest. Again, he still won't let me say his name on there. But we're coming back again with another one. So, coming up right now.
The Mindbuzz Podcast.
Right back again at it. What's up? Very special guest.
What up?
How are you today?
You don't have to keep saying special to make me feel special, right?
Okay.
I'm just
Next time I want to
I'm
make
good.
you. Next time I want to make you feel special. I'm gonna give you a helmet and some crayons.
Cool. It's always a good time.
Mm-hmm. So what's up, man? How you been? Tell me your dreams. Tell me your aspirations, your
You
inspirations,
don't want to know my dreams.
your
You don't wanna know
aspirins,
my dreams. My what?
your aspirins, your aspirations.
My ass prep
Your
ass perspiration.
your ass preps. Tell me all your ass preparations.
Let's not talk about that. What about you? You have any dreams?
No, I haven't had dreams in. I don't know. Honestly, it's so weird how you can't distinguish what are dreams versus like you being really high at night. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, like when you get really stoned and then you pass out and you go to sleep. You don't know if it's a dream or not. Or
Not sure about that, but I've woken up in my dreams, thinking that it was real life, if that makes any sense. And I mean, like I became lucid, you know, and then, but I didn't know I was in my dream yet. And I don't know.
wait, but how did you know that you're lucid dreaming?
I did something that would never happen in my life.
Like,
No, but there's also a way that I could tell. I normally have my little checks here and there
mm-hmm.
to test myself if I'm in a lucid dream. Basically, like how the whole concept in Inception, where the dude has his little totem.
Oh yeah, the little thing that
It's
twirls.
yeah, it's basically like that.
Spins.
That's how I test that I'm in it. There's a few tales that I have, but sometimes I'm just like totally oblivious to it. But the thought will be there when I'm in the dream, but at the same time, I wouldn't recognize it yet. So it depends on my awareness at the time, if I could snap myself out of it and know that I'm inside a dream or not. But
Yeah.
until I basically wake up is when I find out that I was in a dream at those points.
Actually,
But,
I have a book on lucid dreaming. I only read like 3 pages, but I never finished it. But it was basically talking about the concepts of how to become a lucid dreamer, and
I see.
it was more not about lucid dreaming, but how to. It was like a how-to manual.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing was nuts.
That's good. a bit.
Yeah. Well, one of the concepts that I do remember from that was, I'm not too sure what that term was called, but
Uh-huh.
it 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 was basically like kind of like that totem thing, but it
Oh,
was like, yeah, but it was, remember a like a part of your body that you can always like look at to make sure that it was a dream or something like that. But it
yeah.
could have been like a totem
Yeah.
thing too.
Yeah. For me, I wear my ring specifically one way, and then if I see it flip the other way, then I know I'm in it.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
mm, yeah. So, anybody that doesn't know what a lucid dream is, a lucid dream is a type of dream where the dreamer becomes aware that they are dreaming. During a lucid dream, the dreamer may gain some amount of control over the dream characters, narrative, or environment. However, that is not actually necessary for a dream to be described as lucid. Lucid dreaming has been studied and reported for many years. Prominent figures from ancient to modern times, they've been fascinated by lucid dreams, and they have sought ways to better understand their causes and purpose. I think it's just, well, I don't know. Doesn't matter what I think, but experiencing a lucid dream, I can't quite pinpoint if I have or not.
Mm.
But I mean, you tend to have some lucid dreams, right? I mean,
Yeah, a lot
I
of
can't.
times.
Do you remember
It's
that time
pretty
you were telling me about flying?
yeah. Yeah, what about it?
Yeah, tell me about how did you?
Oh.
Come on, Duke.
Normally when I become lucid in my dreams, my first instinct is to fly.
Hmm.
That's the first thing I want to do. At least that's the first thing I want to experience, because it's like when you become lucid in a dream, do you want to continue doing what you're doing on autopilot that you were already doing on autopilot, or are you just gonna be like, you know what, fuck this, I'm gonna go like experience something right now?
I'm gonna go ham.
So
I'm gonna go experienced.
yeah, so that's basically what I do. But the first thing that comes to mind is flying. That's like the best feeling I could ever think of. Um, it's like at that point, it's like I don't even care about being in a relationship or anything like that.
Oh,
you know.
like during the dream or in real life?
Well, I mean, not that I'm just like overall, like even right now, like because I mean I'm lucid, so I'm with the same mind, right? So I'm still thinking the same way, regardless. So even even in the dream or like anywhere else, even here, like if I were to know how to fly, I wouldn't even care about being in a relationship. I mean, it'll probably be like a plus, like, hey, did you know I could fly? And then they'll be like, oh my God, I love you even more. You know how to fly? Teach me. You know, eh, besides all that. Anyways,
So basically, wait, hold on. Basically,
I went off on the little thing right there.
let's go. Let's hit there deep in there of what you're talking about. You have these trips where you lucid dream and you tell
Yeah.
all these hot people. Not even, we're not going to even specify a gender here because we don't need to. But basically, you get all these people in a room and you tell them that you can fly, and they get all horny for you. And
I think we spoke about this before.
no,
Well, about you, about a brothel or something like that.
no, not about
No.
dreaming.
Oh, okay. Well, continue, but sounds familiar.
No, I'm saying that you. Oh, no, you might be right. You might be
Yeah,
right.
we spoke about this. We spoke about this in one episode before.
What is it with you and getting people naked inside a room? Honestly, what is
You?
it? No, but you tell these people that you lucid dream, that you know how to become lucid when you're dreaming,
Uh-huh.
and they're like, "Oh my
So you want to
god,
find out how do you get to that point?
yeah,
Is that what you're saying?
yeah."
Are you saying how do you get people to take off their clothes, right?
Basically, yeah.
So you want that to happen when you become lucid.
Mm-hmm.
I doubt that it is the first thing that will run through your mind, but whatever floats your boat, just think about it.
Oh wait, hold on, dude. So, okay, so they have before we go back to the brothel thing, they have 7 different types of dreams. So these
We don't
7.
have to get back to the brothel thing.
Okay, we don't have to, but for time's sake, we just might.
Yeah.
Okay, 7 different
Yeah.
types of dreams that you can experience based on the data that this guy collected. So, the etymology of this. The term lucid dream was coined by Dutch author and psychiatrist Frederick van Eden in his 1913 article, A Study of Dreams. Ooh. How psycho would you have sounded in 1913 telling all these different, probably Protestant Christians, the study of dreams? You know, like how big of balls did this guy have
I mean,
to talk about dreams like this? Because, I mean,
he's only speaking about it because he feels comfortable enough to speak about it.
right.
That he's in a safe enough place to, even say it. Because otherwise, if it was like one of those types where you get lynched just for having these thoughts, then I mean, I don't think he would be sharing that.
Yeah,
But
well, of course.
I mean, at the same time, like, even back then, the whole mystic and weird phenomenons and stuff like that would always be spoken about, even back then. So I think it was pretty welcomed at any point.
True.
But I get what you're saying though.
But in his study of the dreams, though descriptions of dreamers being aware that are dreaming predate the article, Van Eden studying his own dreams between January 20th, 1898 and December 26th, 1912. Oh, okay. Well, that's coming up. So there's a history stamp there for December 26th, maybe. Right after Christmas, guys. I got the study of dreams. Who wants to study of dreams for Christmas? Got it on my list. Recording. Throwing that plug in there. No, just joking. Recording the ones that he deemed most important in his dream diary. 352 of these dreams are categorized as lucid. Oh, so lucid dreams is among the 7. So there's initial dreams, pathological dreams, ordinary dreams, vivid dreams, demonical dreams, general dream sensations, and lucid dreaming.
Did you say ghetto?
No, ghetto. It's a general.
Oh, general.
Yeah.
My bad.
Yeah.
I thought you said ghetto. I was like, what?
No. You sounded like a million miles away from your phone. Where are you,
No,
sir?
I'm right here. I'm right here. Where are you?
Where are you, sir?
I'm right here.
Mm-hmm.
Could you hear me?
Anyways, most of the lucid dreaming people got from the Indian Hindu practice of yoga. So they tied lucid dreaming into yoga and dream yoga, the Tibetan Buddhist used to practice.
Mm.
So I don't know.
Mhm.
Have you ever had a wet dream?
I think you asked me this last time. No, I haven't.
No. I don't remember it.
Yeah, just go back on your archive. It's right there. It's on. Just visit this um Mindbuzz podcast. That's the name of it. I think that's one of the episodes. You just gotta look for it. And listen.
I dedicated a whole episode to wet dreams. That could be a
Not
topic.
dedicated,
That could be a
but
good
you
one.
did. You spoke about it, I think. Either that or you spoke to me on the side about it.
We
Who
can
knows anymore.
we can go through the 7 stages of lucid dreaming and creaming your pants.
Oh, jeez.
Well,
Cream in your pants.
I had to make that PG-13.
Yeah,
but there
sure.
but there are alternative theories to that. So
Yeah, I don't know. Never had them.
okay, but can you recall your last nightmare?
Yes. It's a recurring nightmare. I wouldn't even call it a nightmare at this point anymore, but
Mhm.
it's just like it's like a thriller movie every time I end up realizing I'm in that dream again. Because I mean, I've had it before, but the last time I had it, which was a few days ago, it ended up being like I realized midway into it that I've been in this position before, that I already know what's gonna happen. And so everything's basically playing out as it did last time I dreamt about it, except this time I'm more aware of it. So it's like my awareness builds within those dreams the more I have them. And even at that point, my sister was in my dream, and I had spoken to her saying like, "Hey, some bad shit's gonna happen. We gotta go."
Wait, hold on.
And
How did you determine that something was bad gonna happen? Something that's gonna
because
happen.
I was in a very uncomfortable place to begin with, and then realizing where I was and remembering everything from past dream, you're talking about like these people are literally pretending to be your friends just to kill you in the end, kind of thing. And that was like the first time it was going on was like I had to figure my way out the first time. All right, when all this stuff was happening and these people didn't want me to leave. They're trying to keep me trapped inside this house, or something like that. Anyway, the first time I had the dream, I found my way out, and so the second time I had this dream, at least it seems like it's my second time, but it seems like at the same time it feels like I had it more than just twice. But anyways, this recent time that I had it, it's like I could guess what's gonna happen again. It's like it's literally just playing out all over again. So I know what to do, um, and what their next move is gonna be. I've had a lot of dreams like that, especially when it comes to being like reoccurring nightmares. Um, those shits are fucking trippy, but yeah. Um, it's weird. Is like I try to find my way out, and which I did, but then for some reason I end up finding myself back at the same house. Like like a Mobius strip. You just go around thinking that you're leaving, and then you end up finding yourself back at that place. It's pretty much how it felt like. Every single time I try to escape, I would take the streets out and go random ways, and then I'll find myself at the same house again, the same people looking for me. So that shit would be weird. Um, but yeah. But I knew I was in a dream, but I just didn't. I It's like semi lucid, not fully. Like I'm aware that I'm in the dream, but in that it is a dream, but not enough awareness to bring me out of that state of terror, I guess you could say. you know.
Yeah. So the emotions you're feeling during the dream didn't
Yeah.
didn't wake you up.
No, it didn't wake me up, even though I knew that I was in a dream. I didn't even try to wake myself up. Um, the other day I did actually have I don't really call them what do you call it?
Nightmare? Dream?
No, when sleep
Hallucination?
paralysis. There you go. Sleep paralysis.
Yeah.
I had one the other night, at least by terms of what you guys name them. I don't really say, call it sleep paralysis anymore. Um, I call it just mainly just the state of between your body falling asleep and your mind uh, basically drifting away from your body.
Dude, that's a long
It's
ass
like your
name
body.
for it.
It's well, it's not really a
Dude.
name. I'm just trying to describe it.
No,
It's
no, I know, but
I
you're
don't have a term. I don't have a term to describe it, but it's
no.
basically the
Hold
state in
on.
between wake and sleep.
Yeah, no, it's funny because you're like, I don't like to call it sleep paralysis. I like to call it.
Because
I like to call it
I
dot
don't
dot
see it
dot
as
with quotation marks. The feeling that you
Yeah.
get between awake and asleep that happens
no. It's
keeps on going.
the reason why is because sleep paralysis carries a stigma, and so I don't call it sleep paralysis anymore.
Wait,
because
hold
I
on.
don't
What's
see it as-
stigma?
There's always that stigma of anybody who goes through sleep paralysis, and this is probably the first thing you guys could guess, is that it feels like somebody or something bad is sitting on top of your chest
Mhm.
or just, scaring you to the point where you can't move. That's
Well, there's
that's the whole stigma that carries along with
mm,
sleep paralysis, at least as far as people who talk about dreams often. A lot of people have their sayings and their descriptions about, sleep paralysis, but
yeah.
I mean, I have my
No,
I have my own.
No, I know that, but this is you're lumping together two forms of thought because on the one hand you have sleep paralysis and the other that's one thing, but also a different cultural type of cause for sleep paralysis. See what I'm saying? So it's not really it's talking about the same phenomena, but there's two forms of theories on why that happens.
Yeah.
Aside from all the others.
There's a number of reasons for that, but yeah.
See what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, anyway, bruh.
Huh?
Nothing. Just calling you bruh.
Sleep paralysis?
Sleep paralysis. I had it the other night. Sometimes I actually laugh during those moments because I realize that I'm in sleep paralysis, which is the stage prior to becoming fully lucid.
Okay,
That's why
hold
I laugh, because I'm like super excited.
It's about to fall asleep, and you start to count sheep in your head, when all of a sudden you feel a pressure on your chest and you sense a presence in the room. You cannot move a muscle, but you can see your surroundings and are awake and alert. This is sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is a momentary alertness but loss of voluntary muscle movement that occurs when you are just about to fall asleep or when you are just waking up from sleep.
Okay, this voiceover is very scary.
Seconds to a few minutes, and it affects about 8% of the general
But
population.
that was your girlfriend.
8%.
Some of the common sensations and emotions associated with sleep paralysis are an awareness of your surroundings but inability to move,
Ooh.
a sense of physical weight and pressure on the chest, difficulty breathing or a choking feeling, hallucinations or a sensed presence, and an overwhelming sense of fear or dread.
Mm-hmm.
Some people even describe hearing footsteps getting closer,
Fear or joy.
seeing
Yeah, they could walk
intruders,
either way.
demons, or spirits, and feeling as if they are about to die. Although there is no physical danger to the person experiencing sleep
I have that all the time
paralysis,
then.
They cannot
Yeah.
pull themselves out of it and must wait.
I'm experiencing that right now.
Sleep paralysis is different from nightmares
When I get
or
really
night terrors,
stoned.
in that the brain is awake but the body is in its sleep state and thus cannot move. What is most interesting about sleep paralysis is that it dates back to the 10th century.
Oh,
It is
okay.
prevalent in all ethnicities. In fact, people from many cultures have used sleep paralysis as a way to explain
The
supernatural
old hag
events and
of
beings,
Newfoundland.
such as
Okay.
witchcraft, ghosts, and alien abduction.
Wait, hold on. I couldn't hear her say
Now,
that.
let's go into detail of what sleep paralysis really is.
What you say?
There are two types of sleep paralysis,
There's two types.
hypnagogic and hypnopompic. These two terms refer to the difference in time at which sleep paralysis occurs. Hypnagogic, also known as predormital, is when sleep paralysis occurs at sleep onset or just before falling asleep. On the other hand, hypnopompic, also known as postdormital, refers to sleep paralysis that occurs just after waking up, at the transition from sleep to awakening. In order to understand how sleep paralysis occurs, we have to understand what REM sleep is. During sleep, your brain cycles through 5 different phases: Stage 1, Stage 2, Stage 3, Stage 4, and Stage 5, which is called Rapid Eye Movement Stage, or REM for short. A REM sleep cycle consists of 25% of your sleep, which may occur several times throughout the night since your sleep cycle is repeated. REM is important because this is when dreaming occurs and when your body becomes energized. During REM, signals are sent to your spinal cord and motor neurons to shut off movement, creating a temporary inability to move the muscles of your arms and legs. This serves as a protective measure to prevent you from injuring yourself or others while you dream. Now that we have an understanding of what REM sleep is, let's talk about its importance to sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is thought to occur due to an error in the flip-flop switch controlling REM sleep. REM sleep is thought to work as a switch between two stages: REM on, when REM occurs, and REM off, when it does not. This
REM off.
mechanism allows for smooth transitions into and out of REM sleep.
Raymond!
The REM switch works in opposition to the
REM
REM
off.
sleep switch. Normally, REM on occurs at the same
REM
time
on.
you are asleep. However, when sleep paralysis occurs,
It's like
the
turning Super
neurons
Saiyan
controlling the
all of a
awake
sudden.
side of the wake
Raymond.
sleep switch and the
Remy.
neurons controlling the REM off side of the REM switch are weakened.
REM off.
This allows the
Remy.
REM on neurons to prevent muscle movement while the
The
body is
little
somewhat
mouse from
awake,
Ratatouille.
which should not be happening. This
It
can
was so
cause sleep
Remy last night.
paralysis. Experiencing negative emotions is another common occurrence during REM sleep. This is because the area of the brain known as the amygdala, which is important in fear processing, is active throughout REM sleep. Since it is active during REM and is closely associated with fear, it is thought to facilitate the generation of anxiety and fear during sleep paralysis. So, how do you avoid sleep paralysis? There are a number of factors that contribute to your likelihood of experiencing it.
Oh, okay.
A twin study conducted on 862 participants showed that genetics are at least partially to blame for sleep paralysis, with researchers finding that genes accounted for 53% of the occurrence of sleep paralysis.
Okay, then.
If you have a sleep disorder, you're also most likely to experience sleep paralysis. Sleep paralysis is a common symptom of a sleeping disorder called narcolepsy, which is
There you
characterized
go.
by
That's all
excessive
you,
and
bro.
uncontrollable daytime sleeping.
That's all you.
Sleep paralysis is also most likely to occur if you
Narcolepsy.
sleep on your
Mhm.
back and if you regularly
Not
don't
even,
get
fool.
enough sleep. In
Simone,
general,
fool.
poor mental health is associated with sleep paralysis.
There you
Higher
go.
scores
That's all
and
you, man.
self-reported measures of depressed mood
Mhm.
and anxiety have been associated with
It's
sleep
all
paralysis.
you.
Research
all the
focusing
signs
on
are
sleep
pointing
paralysis
to you.
in patients with PTSD showed
Mhm.
higher prevalence as well.
It's
Another
all pointing
study
to
has
you.
linked
It's
bipolar
genetics,
disorder
sleep
to
disorder,
paralysis.
sleep on
As we've
back,
seen, there are
not
a
getting
number of
enough
factors
sleep.
associated with sleep paralysis, like genetics, poor
You can have sleep
sleeping
paralysis
disorders, and
not
poor
even
mental
laying on her
health.
back. You can have it laying
Sleeping
on her belly.
disorders
Avoiding or
and poor
treating these
mental health.
Specific risk factors. Are there other treatments that could work for avoiding sleep
'Cause
paralysis?
I've been having poor mental
Well,
health since I was
there is no
13.
universal treatment that works for treating sleep
Me
paralysis.
too. Since
There are
1991,
preventative
circa.
and management strategies. However, these strategies lack
Ever since I
empirical
was
consensus
born, I've been
among
having
researchers.
sleep paralysis.
Some
Sleep
researchers have
paralysis.
suggested that
Sleep
treating underlying
paralysis.
sleep-related disorders or mental illness disorders may help with preventing occurrence of sleep paralysis. and some pharmaceutical
Uh,
drugs, such as
a lot of the times
antidepressants,
it's triggered,
help
or at least
reduce
I
sleep paralysis
purposely
due to their REM
cause
suppressant
it.
properties. Additional preventative strategies for sleep paralysis include having
Oh,
optimal
here we
sleep
go.
hygiene, avoiding alcohol
There's
and
very
caffeine
few
before
times
bed,
where
and incorporating pre-sleep relaxation practices into your nightly routine.
it's
Although
done by
experiencing
accident.
sleep paralysis can be extremely frightening.
Okay, no. Is it really I don't think it's frightening at all. Well, can't really recall the last time that I had a sleep paralysis experience.
No? So you're not a dreamer.
No, I do dream, and I do have a dream journal next to my bed that I haven't written, to be totally honest, I haven't written in a few months actually. But
Oh,
I do
but
have
you
one.
have had
But I
one.
have, yeah. I have.
Well, what's in it? What's the last one?
I'm not going to go and get it. I didn't know that we were going to be discussing this, or else I would have had it.
Well, I don't have one either, but I mean, I still remember, and I could say
No.
you gotta be able to remember something since you're able to remember once you wake up and you write in your book. Come on, there has to be some like enlightening type dream that you've had that is hooked onto your brain.
Maybe I have something in my
Come-
notes in my phone that I can.
All right, well, take your time pulling that out,
That I can
and
find.
I'll talk about something.
Okay.
The last sleep paralysis I had was partially induced because I had intended to get myself to that state just so that because it's more like a for sure way of knowing that I'm gonna enter my dream lucid, right? So it's like I go to sleep with the intent of either lucid dreaming or having sleep paralysis, so then I could trigger my lucid dreaming from there. What I do is when I realize that the whole stage for, let's say, sleep paralysis is happening, um, I I could tell whenever my body's gonna start doing that because everything starts feeling weird and like vibrating and whatnot. So I kind of like laugh it out. Sometimes I get too excited and I end up waking myself up on accident. But other times I would realize I'm in it based off because of the whole creepy scenario that would happen randomly. One time I had a sleep paralysis episode, and it was very like demonic feeling around me. I wasn't exactly in control of my emotions at that point, but it was just like really scary. I just heard this lady fucking yelling and screaming like really loud, telling me to kill her, and I'm just like, what the fuck? Um, so I mean, I eventually I woke myself up from that because it was too fucking intense. But the other times when it would just be smooth sailing, um, I would just I would basically do these backflips after realizing that I have sleep paralysis and I can't move. I would basically push into my bed backwards, and then I would do a backflip in my bed, and then I'll do a whole complete 360, and then I would find myself, you know, chill and whatnot, and then I'll be in my room sitting, but I know that I'm dreaming. It's weird. It's like normally people say that they see their bodies and whatnot when they're in those states, but I never really seen my body. At least laying there in my bed, I'm normally just still. I still see myself and my body, and so I'm just like walking around my room, looking at details, and trying to see if there's like any resemblance. Sometimes there's a lot of differences. My stuff would be moved around my room, but sometimes it would be like I wouldn't even be able to tell sometimes that if anything got moved or not. But I know like certain things would be out of place for sure. But At any way. From there, sometimes I just relax. At least this is what I used to do a lot last year during the whole quarantine, quarantine days. Um, I would relax, I would meditate a little bit, and then I'll just walk outside the house, and then I'll see how different it is out there. Sometimes the house would be like, one time I woke up and outside the house was like streets and street signs that belong to when you're in Arizona. Um, so that was a little weird. And then the backyard would be like humongous, and there would be a tree there, and there's none of that there. So, anyways, yeah. Hello?
Yeah, no, I'm listening to you.
Hello? Like, this bitch, where is he going? Where are you?
You don't ever feel like you got, because you said that you haven't felt that out of body experience looking at your own self.
Yeah, like
it's
that,
just
yeah,
you're aware.
I haven't been able to do that.
Oh, okay.
If anything, one time I was hidden underneath my covers, and so all I seen was just the covers, like all, bumpy, like if I was laying underneath. That's really the only time. I don't know why I can't, see myself deliberately, like face to face. I think that would probably freak me out at the same time. But I mean, I've never really experienced it, at least as far as from what I hear from other people experiencing on their own. I've yet to experience that. So, but I mean, I guess I kind of did when I was young. This is like when I was 22, early 22. I'm all saying young and shit.
Well,
I sound old.
You're like 50
I
years
sound old now.
You're 55? Back in my day.
About 8 years ago.
Back in my
Back
day.
Back in the 90s.
Back in my
Back
day.
in the early 20s.
Back in my day, we did some good drugs. we had some good dreams,
But
some good drugs.
I guess there is one time to where I did see my body. Because I mean it's like I call it like level 1.
Actually, there was terrible drugs in the 1990s. Never mind. I take that back. The weed was just horrible. Sorry.
Oh,
I had to retract what I said, but
the chronic.
Yeah. You know how dry that stuff was? It literally looked like oregano.
Yeah?
You remember?
The first thing that I smoked had seeds in it. Seeds and stems.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying, dude. You remember we had to pick out the seeds and stems? I remember that.
Mm-hmm. They're all brown and
all
shit.
Brown, yeah.
They look like tobacco.
I used to carry seeds around in my pockets.
Hey, I got weed.
It's gonna take.
I got hemp seeds.
It's gonna take a few months for us to smoke this, but I'm waiting.
Sure.
I'm waiting for it.
No, dude. But I mean, I did have one experience, I guess, where I saw on my body, but I was being chased by some weird quote unquote entity that was trying to possess me. I don't know. I was dreaming. I was young, so I was just like, I don't know what's going on, but I know I was in my dream. But I was just trying to get back home because I had wandered off away from where I first woke up from, and I wandered off as far as I can. And but then these things like all of a sudden fucking started chasing me and shit. And then these, I guess it was like some kind of hyena or cheetah or something. Anyways, those things, or a wolf, I don't know. It was one of those fucking giant ass beasts that were chasing me too, and bit my arm. It felt weird.
It bit your arm?
But yeah, like my whole arm was inside its mouth and shit.
Did you feel yourself bleeding?
Weird. Yeah, it felt weird. It's like imagine sticking your arm into something, but then at the end it's like biting your limb. You know, like my armpit area,
Mm-hmm.
but like just feeling the inside of the whatever animal it was, just getting my arm bit. I don't know. It bit a my
No,
arm wasn't bitten off completely or anything. It was barely a bite, you know. But
I totally get you.
just the
Just like
feeling,
a little nibble.
the feeling of it was very, very, very strange. And anyway, I was running back. I was running back to my body basically, so I could wake up because there's no matter what I was trying to do, I wasn't able to wake up. So I couldn't wake myself up, and so I decided to run back to my body. And I saw my body, and then I basically pushed myself through it. It took me a couple tries. And then I woke up jumping. I was sleeping on the floor at my dad's house, and I was just tripping out because I was exactly where I was laying at, but I saw my body. The only time I really saw my body is when I wanted to get back in it.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay.
Yeah.
You're running towards your body to wake up away from the dream.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you jumped in your body, you'd wake up,
Yeah.
basically.
That's basically what I did. Yeah.
Okay. Okay, so
It took
dude,
me a couple tries because I wasn't fusing back. I was just
Uh-huh.
like throwing myself at my body and it wasn't working.
just threw yourself. I fell on my body. I felt him. I felt on it. Okay, so I remember my last dream. Okay.
Okay.
And then I did find a dream story in my phone, and I'm not lying. This is an actual my notes. I'm showing the camera right now. An actual. Oh, you can't see it because I'm not gonna do that, but it's right there.
I'm on the phone.
I wrote it.
Hold on.
I'm on the phone.
My bad.
We're on the air. What are you doing?
I'm
What
on
is
the
she
phone.
doing? We're on the air. We're going live. I'm about to talk about my dream.
Whoa. What the?
That I was having. It was just a few nights ago. So I've been thinking about humans and just wild animals lately. And
Mm-hmm.
like in particular, what animal I'm talking about is a bear.
Mm-hmm.
So in my dream, and it wasn't like a ancient feeling, like I was dreaming of like a past life or anything like that, because I've had those dreams too where you dream of like a different life that you may have had in the past, or
Yeah.
your mind is just making you feel that way during a dream. But it wasn't like that. It was like modern times maybe.
Mm-hmm.
And it was me, and Amber was part of it too, because it was both of us, and it was by a beach. So it was weird because it didn't feel like we had a house, or we didn't feel like we had a car or anything like that. I felt like we were just like what we had and what we had only owned in that life was just like a backpack and just like simple clothes.
Yeah.
Like I don't remember having a phone or headphones or anything like that. Keys to anything. It was weird because it wasn't ancient. It wasn't something from the past nor the future or not even present. It was just like a combination of those three sections of portals of time, like past, present, and future. It felt like it was a combination of all three.
Yeah.
And there was like this big old tunnel of where her and I were, and we were just walking. We were coming back from the beach. We were just hanging out at the beach. And it was getting dark, and I remember turning over to her and asking her, "Do you want to sleep here tonight, or do you want to go back?" It was weird because the place that I was talking about, I didn't really there was no name for it. I couldn't really call it home. But it just felt like home. But it wasn't a house or anything. It was just like it was like a commune kind of thing, but very narrow. Like if people were just congregating in a tunnel that was very, futuristic kind of. Not future, but it's weird because it was like futuristic / like ancient stone archetype, like architecture. But it was very new. So anyways, we were walking back from the beach, and she looks over and she's like, "Oh, we forgot it." And I was like, "Forgot what?" And she was like, "My shoe." No, I don't know if it was my shoe or her shoe, but it was just a shoe.
Yeah.
And the thing was, when she told me that, I had like this weird I had this feeling of guilt come over me because I knew about that shoe as we were walking, but I didn't want to say anything because I knew that she wanted me to go get it, and it was getting dark. It was cold. And again about this beach was weird because it looked like a cliff and the water looked like air. That made sense. Was it a beach? It felt like a combination of like a beach and like a cliff. Because I was like, the water seemed like a sky type thing. And if you jumped in that type of water, you'd float. So it's like jumping off of a cave or jumping off of a cliff and imagining floating or flying. So she tells me to go back to go get it, and I was just like, damn, like this is not what I wanted to do. I did not want to go back. So I went back, and as I was walking, I just remember this fear coming over me as I was walking. And there was a shoe, like it was just hanging right there, and I bent down, I picked it up, I'm like, all right, I got this, I gotta go. So as I'm walking towards back to where that weird tunnel thing was, where those random people congregated, like off to the distance was like this huge brown bear, kind of like a grizzly bear, but it was like a combination of like a black bear, a grizzly bear, a polar bear, and Bigfoot.
Bigfoot.
Yeah. Because the environment that I was in was a weird combination of like all 4 seasons, because there was snow, there was sun, it was foresty, it was desert, all at the same time. It was just a combination of every type of season that you can think of, based on the feeling you're feeling present in the past and in the future at the same time. So that bear was it, like we locked eyes, and I was like, fuck, like I'm gonna die, like this is it. I'm gonna get mauled by this beast. And it's just running towards me and running, and boof, 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 boof. Like it's coming towards me, dude. And I'm like, shit, that's it. And it like it pushes me on the ground, and then when it pushes me on the ground, like that's when I woke up. But it was disgusting, man, because just the amount of it was super disgusting because it just, dude, it does not imagine that. That's what our ancestors had to go through. They're deep. That's their one thing that they had to think about. Walking out the caves. Jumping down from
Berries?
trees. Bears. Mountain lions. They weren't safe in any part. Like, once... Maybe.
Yeah, because I mean, it's normal back then versus us. If we're looking out through our perspective into theirs, then is that your emotion playing with it, or would you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Well, yeah. I mean, we're put in a different environment.
Because if it was more normal, yeah, because I mean, it would be more normalized back then, right? I mean, I would imagine that they knew how to even overcome that fear to kill a bear to the point of wearing it as a suit,
Maybe. Maybe they
for clothing,
Yeah. But anyways, dude, I looked at what dreaming. So I looked up dreaming of being mauled by a bear, and this is what it told me. It said dreams. Check this out. Dreams about bears attacking you cannot. What? Okay, dreams about bears attacking you connote a forthcoming threat in your walking life. Take the dream as a warning that you must be really careful, as it is a bad omen. You have enemies that you aren't aware of. You might have offended someone unknowingly. Wow. That's only But that's only one thing.
Who'd you hurt unknowingly, Gilbert?
I don't know. If it's unknowingly, then it's unknown.
Right.
Okay, so the most common dreams about bears: dreaming of seeing a bear, dreaming of a peaceful bear. No, this motherfucker wasn't peaceful. He was
He was all the seasons bear.
Yeah. all the seasons, past, present, and future, and a bear.
He was the ghost of Smokey the Bear's past.
Or, if a bear in your dream was aggressive, it is a sign that you are full of anger in your walking life. There must be something that makes you angry, so you should think more about your problem, and you should try to stay calm.
Why you mad? Why you mad, bro?
Why you mad, bro? I'm not mad, but that's the thing. Maybe it's just...
Sure, you may be unknowingly mad. Ooh.
Okay, hold on. There's a few, because this one is dreaming of a bear chasing you, which I experienced that too. So, if a bear in your dream was chasing you, it is a sign that you are running away from your problems and in waking life. Damn. And you are trying to escape from them. This dream is telling you that now is the right time to face all your problems and worries and leave them in the past. Okay. I could live with that. Dreaming of dreaming of
I
being...
can't live with anything else, but that's fine.
This one's fine. Yeah. Okay. I'll allow it. I'm going to allow it. Dreaming of being attacked by a bear. If you had a dream about being attacked from a bear, it is a symbol of your aggressive nature in real life. You may get angry easily, and you may show your aggressive nature to other people. and that's why a lot of people are afraid of you. What?
Are you aggressive? Do you think that you are?
I don't think so.
No? You think you're like a teddy bear or something?
Yeah, if anything, I'm a teddy bear, not or
A little plush toy.
I'm a little
I'm filled with goodness.
I'm the little bears that you find in San Francisco on Castro Street.
Ah!
Dream
You're gonna have a lot of followers coming in from San Francisco right now.
bing bing bing. My Twitter, gay Twitter is going off. It's going off to
Or what should we call it? Grinder?
Grinder
You
notifications.
just got a new message from Grinder.
10th
Yeah,
message from Grinder.
The show hasn't even aired yet.
It hasn't been in Grinder
How they
yet.
hear me?
Okay, so dreaming of being bitten by a bear. Oh, okay. He's a little nibbler, huh? He nibbles a little bit. Are you a biting bear?
Okay.
Are you a bear that
I think
bites?
you're having fun with this.
I hope so. If you've seen,
He's a bear. He might like honey now.
if you have seen in your dream that a bear has bitten you, it probably indicates that someone is threatening to you. This dream is warning you to be more careful in the future period because you may be in some kind of danger. Okay. So danger, aggression are all common themes. Fighting with the bear. If you were fighting with the bear in your dreams, it means that you will have to face your enemy in the near future, but unfortunately your enemy will probably be stronger than you. Wow.
Ooh, damn, dude. Thanks for the confidence, Google.
Right? Well, we know that Tony Robbins didn't write this article. So, this is the anti-Tony Robbins giving you lifelong lessons on fighting with bears in your dreams. Okay, I didn't dream. No, it just talks about all the different types of dreams with bears.
Mm,
Talking to a bear, killing a bear, a dead bear,
shit.
a bear trap, polar bear. Oh, okay. If you have seen a polar bear in your dream, it means that you will be able to overcome all difficult situations in your life. If there are problems on your way right now, you should know that they will be over soon, and a much better period is coming to you. Okay. I could live with that one. I could live for that one. So, all right, you ready to hear my dream?
Yeah, I thought you were already talking about it.
Well, okay, no. I'm talking about the dream that I wrote down.
You haven't. Weren't you just talking about that?
No, that was a different
Or
dream.
you have more to it?
No,
a different one?
No, this is a different one. Yeah, the bear one,
Oh,
that was the last dream that I recall that I can take out of my memory.
Ah, okay.
Right. The bear attack.
Right.
And
Yeah. Perfect.
this
I'll
one.
talk about the one that. Yeah.
Okay. So this one is the one I wrote down. This is the one I wrote down. No, this is the one that I
Pardon
wrote.
my English. I wrote in this.
Yeah. English. Excuse my ghetto-ness. Okay, so you ready?
Yeah. Come
All right. Let me set the mood.
on. Set the mood.
All right, so I met this girl, Natalie, and she worked at McDonald's. And I was there to pick up more burgers for my friends, I guess. and it was late at night because the store was closing, and her manager friend are closing up. And I guess I got there late, and she was off. And she was off Friday. And her manager and I said, well, I'm closing up. I mean, all we have making right now is food. Natalie was off on Friday, and I'm sitting in front waiting for the food. And we started talking, Natalie and I. And somehow we got into talking about how I'm an orphan and how she gets off wherever she's coming from, and she goes to high school that's down the street from me, which is my old high school, and she's a graduate of 2011, and I'm a graduate of 2009. I told her, well, you should look me up. I'm probably in the yearbook. My name is Gill. I mean, she was laying on the floor, pretty sexy. She was cute, long black hair, long legs. She was wearing running shorts, Vans, and with long socks. So now I'm standing in the corner getting dressed. I'm obviously disoriented. Woke up from being drinking all night, and I'm hungover. It's late. I told her, let's get to work. It's about 8:30 in the morning. Then I had to be there at 9. I'm trying to get a lift, and I'm trying to order it on my phone on the corner, and I see a woman that looks familiar. I try to put things together and get dressed and walking away, and she's looking at me. She shouts from across the street, Gill, is that you? And I obviously know who she is, but I didn't want to say anything because, I mean, come on. I'm getting ready on the corner of the street, and I'm wearing Natalie's PE clothes that are overgrown on me. Olivia, is that you? We asked each other how life is, and her kids visible from where I'm standing say, is that Daddy? She said, no, boys, go back inside. And I say, wow, those are your kids? And she says, yes. And I told her, wow, that is awesome. I said, you must be married, and your home looks beautiful. And she says, yeah. Whether their father is in heaven, unexpectedly, and I say, oh my gosh, so sorry. I didn't know that. She says, no, I forgot to mention that when she walked up towards me. I gave her a big hug, and I left off the ground. And I lifted her off the ground. And she flung her feet back dramatically. And all while we talk, I am trying to put myself together. And I tell her, sorry, I must stink. I'm getting ready to head to work. I'm already late. Scene.
That's it.
Yeah. What do you mean that's it?
I don't know. I don't know. I was just, that seems like an everyday situation. Well, not everyday situation, but, I guess very, how do you say, Um, I don't know. Random.
Okay, so it was the dream was me possibly or somebody that I identify with as me in the dream meeting somebody at McDonald's late at night.
Mm-hmm.
Me going to party with them and drinking with them, get all get all inebriated and have sexual intercourse with this person that I barely even know that supposedly went to the same high school as me. And as I was I left her house in the morning and I came out and I was getting dressed on the corner of the street, and that's when her neighbor came outside and was watching me put my clothes on. And it was somebody that I knew as well, I guess. I mean, it's weird that I can put names on them because that's what I called them during my dream. But I know an Olivia that looks like the person that was in my dream, and I don't know a person named Natalie that looks like that person in that dream. So it's kind of weird that I would put names to them, you know?
Yeah.
But I did identify myself as Gill. That was also strange too. So, I mean, drugs aren't good for everyone, but not before you go to sleep.
Yeah. That's funny.
That's why what? That's why what? What did you say? I missed that.
I didn't say that.
Oh.
I just left.
Why are you laughing for?
Nothing. Cause.
So, anyways, the whole dreaming situation is the parallels between dreaming, an alien abduction, a psychedelic experience, or even a common hallucination, all have very parallel themes to them. Especially tripping on psychedelics. Like, have you ever had a trip to where it felt like it was just one big lucid dream? Or part of it felt like a lucid dream?
Not really. More like, I mean, as soon as I get out of it, I'm like sober. It starts to feel that way.
Mm-hmm.
But
because you're trying
during it,
I think it's parallel to that sense because you're trying to figure out what you just experienced, just kind of like a dream.
Yeah.
When you wake up from a dream, you try to dig deep inside your consciousness. Right? You're trying to dig deep into those memories while you're experiencing that dream. So I guess you do the same thing. So when you're coming off any type of hallucinogen, entheogen, and you're trying to figure out what you just went through, what you just experienced mentally, physically, and spiritually. So I think the parallels can be drawn from just the curiousness to the psychedelic experience and dreaming. Because you're trying to figure this whole thing out, right? You're trying to figure your dream out. You're trying to figure your trip out. trying to have a reflection on what the fuck you just
Mm-hmm.
experienced.
Yeah.
You know? But sleep
Even after a
paralysis.
while, when it comes to those moments, just trying to like think about what happened, it's like just like the amount of time when you wake up and you try to remember your dream, right? You could remember it fresh, right? But then as the day goes on later on, you tend to forget, right? Sometimes I have those. That happens to me when I have my psychedelic experiences. They just end up like fading off, like a just fading memory,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know,
It's
but yeah.
honestly, dude, it's so high. I mean, to develop the skill I'm pretty sure anybody can do it, but I'm just saying to develop a skill to actually write your own personal experience. Many have done it. I'm not saying that it's completely
Yeah.
unorthodox to do that, because plenty of writers have done it.
Uh-huh.
And like Mike Pollan, Graham Hancock, and Aldous Huxley, they all written about their trip while tripping on any sort of substance or psychedelic. But to have that kind of type of skill to do that while tripping in itself is you're maybe, I don't know. I wonder how long it would take you to do that, because you're just on a thought loop. I mean, possibly it could be on a thought loop, but that's how it starts. You start with one little thing,
Yeah.
and then
And it goes off.
Your neurons start firing, and your perception of things, right? It's just like beep, beep, beep.
Exactly like that.
No, not really. It's not really like that.
But
It
the
feels like
impression is
that.
basically that.
It feels like that. I felt like I was being ripped out of the world. Like rip. Like I felt my body rip in half, and I heard it, and it sounded like a rip, like zzz, I don't know, like a digital type of rip.
Yeah.
It was kind of awkward.
Yeah. Your brain's being ripped in half.
I mean, possibly. That could have. I mean, I believe that could have happened, right?
Shit. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't think so.
You would think, right?
Maybe if you think about it enough, you would seemingly experience it.
Between two of which, yeah, I guess. All right, dude.
Yeah.
I think we're closing up. We're getting to the end of.
Come on, everybody wants to listen to another hour. Come on.
No.
I can hear them. They're saying, go, go, go. Come on.
Well, they can.
I still have 1 more hour left to drive home.
Well, they can skip to the previous episode and be.
Is this number 68 or
67?
69?
This is 68. You didn't hear me at the start of this thing?
I wasn't paying attention at that point, but
okay.
Not yet.
not yet, at least anyway. All right.
We'll come back at 69.
Okay. All right. Well, maybe. I have a few other people that are booked to come on,
Online.
but thanks for enlightening me with your powerful words and all that good stuff. More dot leaders. Where can we find that on Instagram?
You already know. If you don't know, S to be you.
S to
I'm
be
just kidding.
you.
Yeah, sucks to be you.
Oh, okay. Well, in that case, sign me up, sir. I have no clue. Speaking of sex, your new logo on More Leaders, Less Followers, it has triple X on there.
Yeah, I know.
Is that like, oh, and then you have the 5-pointed star? Hey. This sunburst
It's
thing is
not-
actually really cool. Is this supposed to be like
it's
a
n-
nucleus?
No,
No.
but that is funny how that's the first thing that comes up to your mind.
A
Interesting,
nucleus?
but no,
Or the triple
it's
X?
just so basically the triple X comes from a series of
X's?
pentagons lined up with each other, and so that formation came about, and then um uh, it's not really a full 5-star point, but it's only 3 on each end. Anyways, it looked pretty cool,
Hmm.
so I just left it there.
Okay.
It looked very uniformed.
Well,
but-
it looks cool. I like it.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
It
you can
just
go and
came to me one day.
came to you one day and then you put it on waxed. Okay.
Yeah,
On Instagram.
because at that point I didn't even have the logo figured out. I was just adding shit and trying to develop something, and that's what came out. So
Dope.
it's not really triple X. It's more like 3 pentagons put together, and those are the cross sections.
Gotcha.
Yeah, intersection. Yeah. Anyway.
It's the more dot leaders molecule. Less followers.
Mm,
Anyways,
it's the Omicron.
it's the Omega. Instagram.com/more.leaders/ is where you can find my friend here. And he also has an Etsy page. You click on the Etsy thing. And it brings you to his Etsy. That
Advertise,
has
subscribe.
geothreading and all that cool stuff. And of course, you can go to the mindbuzz.buzzsprout.com to listen to all the greatest hypocrisies and psychedelic hypocrisies and Your Mind on Plants, Jesus Christ, Amanita Muscaria, Sexual Undertones, Religion, Psychedelics, and basically all that cool stuff that you know we are. And once you go there, and there's all types of other stuff. You can catch everything on YouTube, right? Mindbuzz Media at YouTube. Okay, that's it. That's all I want to say. All right, well, you have anything else? Because I think I'm going to wrap it up and I'm going to let the music play out.
I might be at the San Bernardino Art Walk. So
I'll
be selling some things there.
Uh-huh.
It's only up in the air because I haven't paid the guy yet, but I've already applied. I just got to pay him. I just spoke to him today, but yeah, I'll most likely be there just to get a feel for it. It's going to be first time I did a art walk. So I'll be there in San Bernardino. Just look it up, downtown San Bernardino Art Walk, and then you'll find it on Instagram and whatnot. If you do want to come, swing by and look at my shit, or just swing by because there's food too.
Oh.
And other people have
I'm gonna
shit
be
out
there.
there too. So go check them out too, not just me.
All right, cool. I may or may not be there. So
yeah, it's on Friday, so you probably won't.
Possibly.
I'm just
Wait,
kidding.
what was the day on that again?
It's It's on the 17th, this Friday, from 5 to 9 p.m.
Oh, it's this Friday. Okay,
So,
cool.
Bring a sweater.
Bring a
It's gonna
sweater.
be
Gets
fucking
cold out.
cold.
Please no tequila in your champurrado this Christmas. Try to
Yeah.
be safe.
Yeah.
Remember what Christmas spirit is all about.
Yeah.
It's all about the spotted Amanita muscaria mushroom. Just kidding. Depending on what's...
Just quote Don.
Yeah. I think let's just end the episode with quoting Don. So, go
Yeah.
ahead.
You say it.
No, I don't want to say it.
Yeah, you should say it.
Okay. I forgot. How
Say
does it go?
It's not about
Okay, I remember.
yeah.
Okay. Jesus, I'm sorry. Christmas is not about getting hooked up. It's about our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. There you go. That's it. That's how I'm
It's
gonna
not all
end
about getting hooked up. That's fine.
it. Right? But it's true.
Don, if you can hear this, what's up? Peace out.
There, that was it.
The Mindbuzz Podcast.